This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of LEBEAU versus LEBEAU. You all are married and have one child together, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
But allegations of cheating are tearing your relationship apart. Is that right, Mr. LEBEAU?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you have brought your wife here accusing her of, in fact, cheating. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, if, in fact, we find out she's cheating, what does that mean?
I have no other choice but to leave her because I can't be anybody's doormat like that. I love her. I love my family. We have a beautiful child together. But like I said, I just can't stand around and just be somebody's doormat like that.
So your life together is at stake based on what we find out today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that, Miss LEBEAU?
Yes, Your Honor.
What do you hope to prove today?
I'm here to prove that I'm innocent. It hurts me that he thinks that I would be doing something like that when I'm working for our family and for a better future for us and our child.
Okay, Mr. LEBEAU, you see that your wife is saying this is hurting her. Why do you think she's cheating? What are the warning signs? What makes you think that?
The number one thing is her cell phone.
Okay.
She used to keep it by her bedstand at night when it's charging. But over the last few weeks, for some reason, it's been underneath her pillow. It's become almost like Fort Knox to try to get to her phone, and I don't understand why. If she doesn't have anything to hide.
Okay, so Miss LEBEAU,
I leave my phone on my charger at night, just like everybody else, next to my head. So if there's an emergency at night, I can hear it. There's nothing being hidden. If you ask, I give it to you. So I don't understand where.
But you don't. That's why you keep it underneath your pillow.
We hear that all the time about the cell phone. That
is a number one issue, is the cell phone, how you handle it, what you're doing with it.
Under the mattress, behind the nightstand, behind the headboard, under the pillow.
Sleeping literally on their body.
Yeah.
So you think that she is hiding the phone because she has either text messages or phone calls from other men?
Yes, Your Honor. But what I don't get is why she lies about where she is. You know, I installed an app that actually has GPS on it, and she'll lie about where she is. You know, she'll say she's at a restaurant with her friends, and when I look it up, it's not the restaurant that she said.
All right, tell me about that.
I'm fully aware that there's GPS on my phone, so I don't see where the problem lies. I've told him I'm at, lunch with a friend. I'm sorry if I go to CVS afterwards.
But you told me a completely different restaurant. You know, like point A to point D is completely different.
Maybe we changed our mind. I don't remember the exact date because it was so mundane. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay, to that point, Mr. LEBEAU, there's one thing to say, I'm going to restaurant A, and you end up going to restaurant B.
But it doesn't matter. If she tells him she's at point A and she's at point B, that's dishonest.
You know when me and my girl, we'll tell you, hey, Color, we're going so-and-so. And then on the way, I really don't want to go there. Why we go there? We see somewhere else. I'm not doing anything differently.
Right, but the difference is he's asking her because he's double checking her. So he's got the GPS
so you
ready.
Me a woman can't change her mind? If you think me as a woman or any woman is not going to change her mind now and again.
I'm not saying you can't change your mind. What I'm saying is if he's got the GPS ready, Miss LEBEAU, he calls her Savannah. Savannah, where are you? And she said, I'm here. And then he checks the GPS, and she's at that moment somewhere else. That's where the problems come in.
Is that what's going on?
That's what's happening. This isn't about changing your mind.
All right, Mr. Color, I'm going to have to give you some credit for clarity on that, because I was not seeing that. That's a different picture.
You're dead sure she's cheating. You're tired of being accused.
I'm tired of it. This day is to let us move on from this, and hopefully we can resolve some issues and...
And you want to be happy?
Yeah, yes.
All right.
Yes.
How did you all meet?
Funny story. So, I'm an avid poker player. In Dallas, we actually have a lot of bars that have free roll poker. So I actually made it to the final round, so they had a smoke break. And so I go outside, and I see this beautiful woman in the corner crying. So I think to myself, jackpot,
Wait, you see a woman crying and your mind says jackpot? How does that work?
At a bar, so.
Oh, so that means, Color, he's like, oh, I'm going to get that.
Easy prey? Easy prey, is that what it was?
Achievable. Yeah.
Achievable prey. That's a phrase I had not heard before. Achievable prey.
So what
you're going to hear that again, right?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, achievable prey.
Yeah, I'm not achievable prey.
Not you.
Again.
Yeah.
All right, so what you thought...
So, I sit down, I talk to her, I introduce myself.
And you get ready to turn this frown...
Upside down.
There you go.
So everything, we hit it off. Everything went well. You know, one thing led to another. And this is where it's funny. This is where
Because
everybody
it's
laughs.
been pretty
up to
funny
now,
all
yeah.
the way.
The next day, next morning, she actually asked me, when are you leaving? And this is what, it's funny. I actually said, my friend's already on his way to pick me up. And she couldn't believe that.
Well, I'm used to guys coming over and moving in the first time we're together. So
She didn't like the high five. I said it was fun. See you later.
Okay, wait. Okay, yeah, wait.
Did you just say to this court that you are used to guys staying one night and moving in?
That's what they expect to do, and I'm.
Man.
Miss LeBeau! Miss LeBeau!
Look, she's got it like that, I guess.
Oh my goodness! I feel like I almost need to fan on all that. Okay, so it sounds like you were also intrigued.
I was. That's what got my attention. I was very intrigued, and it made me actually, you know.
She started coming to my work all the time. I was a server at a restaurant, and every shift she was there, you know.
So tables turned. He became the achievable prey.
He became,
I told you I was going to use it again.
The hunter became the prey. You know?
The hunter became the prey.
Yeah.
So you slow walked him from a one-night stand to put a ring on it. Why do you believe your wife is cheating?
I think she's cheating because, you know, I go to her work, and I know she is a cocktail waitress, so it is her job to flirt, but I think it's a little excessive. And when she's, you know, she'll be at the server station, and you can see her writing something on the check.
You don't think it's a drink order, possibly?
But I've actually seen one of the checks, and it had your number on it.
Oh.
No, Your Honor. That's not true.
Are you extra flirty?
Of course. That's how I make my money. He's been a server before. He knows how to make money as a server. That's what you do. That's part of the job.
Okay, you know, we've had friends. We had a son who worked in the service industry, and tips are made because
Exactly,
Yeah.
I don't know if you
The
flirted.
nicer you are, the bigger tip
He
is.
probably did. Knowing him, he did.
He's your son.
Yeah, he did. So we get it. We get that.
And
But you say it stops there.
Yeah, of course.
You don't believe that.
no, the nail in the coffin for me to believe that she's cheating is this video chat thing. So she is a model. She's a model for a long time.
Okay.
But a couple days ago, I was playing poker again, and I came home, and she was naked on the couch. And when I come in, she tries
That's
to
a
cover
good
up
thing,
real
right?
quick and closes the laptop. If you don't mind, I could actually show you how it kind of happened.
All right, let's
All
see.
right.
Let's see.
So, you know,
You walked in the house, you saw your wife naked on the couch.
Yes.
What was your first thought?
What was your first thought? What would be your first thought?
Because I think most guys would like that.
I mean, I did until she covered herself up and closed the laptop. So she was on the sofa like this.
All right.
She's naked. I walk in.
And what does she do?
She covers herself up and closes the laptop.
So what do you think she's doing?
She said she was taking the modeling pictures, so she left the room. I opened up the laptop, and it wasn't the camera background. It was actually a video chat background.
And so you believe she was having a video chat with another man?
Yes, Your Honor. If she was doing modeling pictures, the backgrounds wouldn't have dirty clothes and dirty dishes. It would be a nice, clean background, you know? What kind of modeling pictures are going to have dirty clothes in
And
it?
it would be on the camera setting, not the video setting.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
All right.
Like I was saying.
Miss LeBeau.
Miss LeBeau.
May I explain my side?
Please.
Yes, I was nude on the couch taking pictures. When you apply to a modeling job, you have to submit candid photos of yourself so that they can see what you look like to get hired for the paying job.
But your job's going to hire you if you have dirty clothes and dirty dishes.
Hold on.
When you're submitting those preliminary pictures for the gig, they don't care what the background looks like. They never have, they never will. That's where they come in. That's their job, not my job. My job is to show them me, that's it. I take a picture, a candid picture of myself, submit it to them, see if I get the job. That's it. He doesn't know the whole side of the business.
Okay, Ms. LeBeau, we get all that. Here's my question. This was video. This wasn't pictures.
It absolutely was not.
He says it was video. I think most of us know when you open a laptop the difference between camera setting and video setting.
On our computer, on our laptop, it's the same exact button. You can press the same button to go camera or video, camera or video.
But it wasn't on that. It was on.
All right, but you know what? It's a whole. Before we even get to that point,
it could have changed.
Why did you jump and cover yourself
Because he
up?
wasn't supposed to be home. I didn't know who was walking in the door. I had no idea. I was scared.
Well, what about the background?
I didn't know
Again.
anybody was going to be walking into my home while I was nude. It was.
But he had a key.
It was. I was just in shock. I mean.
And that's why I don't believe it, because all these, look, if these are all
Hold on just a minute. Those are pictures of Miss LeBeau?
modeling pictures, yes.
Ron, could you please get the evidence from Mr. LeBeau?
Yes, Your Honor.
So,
This definitely, I would think, helps prove, because, like I said, is she
those are
modeling
also
for a
the
flop
pictures
house
that
or something?
The photographers took, not pictures that I was submitting for jobs. Those are for the actual jobs.
And if you see all these pictures, she's not nude. She always at least has a bikini on. So why in this instance she was nude?
So, Mr. LeBeau, you submitted to the court pictures of published photos of her modeling,
Yes, Your Honor.
and they all have some level of clothing.
Yes.
And it's your understanding that this is the type of modeling that she does,
For the most part, yes.
okay? But what you saw was different from this.
Well, it's completely different, night and day different, you know?
Well, that's
Mr. LeBeau, we've got pictures that Mr. LeBeau has provided. Why didn't you just send these pictures?
Because you have, those were a couple of years ago. You have to give photos that are updated. I had to change my hair color, my weight changes, my skin tone changes, all that kind of stuff. You know.
Okay, but if you're trying to get a gig, and I'm just, taking pictures on a couch with dirty clothes and dirty dishes, that's not gonna make you look your best. Even though I know they're focused on you, you wanna put forth your best effort.
I also will, if there's dirty clothes that you can see in the picture, I'll cut them out and crop it. I mean, I'm not gonna just send that in. I mean, come on.
So you see why we're here today?
It's hinky.
Yeah. I think we've heard enough testimony, and here's what we're looking at. You have concerns about her with her phone. She's sleeping with her phone under the pillow. She treats it like Fort Knox. She's at work, she's giving her number to other people, and she's getting numbers from other people, and you're concerned that, she shouldn't be doing that. She's cheating. And you come home, and she is naked on the sofa, taking a video of her, and you open it up and find out it's a video chat that you think is going to somebody else.
Yes, Your Honor.
And because of all of this, you think she's cheating.
Yes, Your Honor. So I need to just find out whether or not she is, because if she's cheating, I can't be, again, I keep saying that I can't be someone's doormat. If she's cheating today, I have to just move on. It's make it or break it today.
And so, Mr. Cutler, this family, this marriage is on the line. Everything is at stake. So if it comes out that she's cheating, they're done. Everything's at stake.
It's to that point.
This court has done a full and complete investigation to determine, is she cheating? At this time, the court will hear from private investigator Todd Redding. Ron, would you please escort Mr. Redding into the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor. Over to the witness stand.
Mr. Redding, how are you?
Fine, Your Honor.
Welcome. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
Could you please share with the court what your team did to investigate this matter?
Yes, Your Honor. We had Miss LeBeau sit with forensic voice analyst Guy Wolf to determine if she had been cheating, and I'm here to the court today with the results.
All right. So, let's take a look at the first question that was asked.
The day your husband walked into the house and you were naked on the couch, were you video chatting with another man?
No.
All right. What did the forensic voice analysis reveal?
The voice analysis determined that she was being deceptive.
Ms. LeBeau, you were video chatting with someone.
Could have been a photographer that I was working with.
All right, Ms. LeBeau, you can play games with Mr. LeBeau, but you don't get to play games with us. Let's go to the next question then.
Since you have been married, have you had physical sexual contact with anyone other than your husband?
No.
What did the analysis reveal?
Your Honor, the voice analysis determined that she was being deceptive.
I have an answer to that one. I got really...
I bet you
You
do.
don't need to.
No, I got very, very drunk one night, and
You got drunk one night, and then what?
I did get kissed by somebody in the parking lot one night, and I am very apologetic for that.
Did you tell your husband?
No, we got together at a bar, so he can't really say anything.
All right, wait.
And
Mr. LeBeau, I am looking at your face. What is going through your mind as you hear this?
what's going through my mind is we're done. Like, the proof is in the pudding. I deserve better than that.
Mr. LeBeau, hearing your husband tell you that, how does that make you feel?
It makes me sad. I never wanted to hurt him.
Tell him.
I just did it, and I didn't think about it, really, and I'm very sorry. I hope that we can move forward. I hope that you'll forgive me at some point.
Mr. LeBeau, I know you say you're done. You may or may not change your mind. But if you all are going to move forward together, you've got to stop giving him reasons to distrust you. And you're going to have to, as hard as it may be, given what the evidence looks like, you're going to have to start trusting her again.
And we wish you the best. As we say in this courtroom, do not cheat yourself out of an opportunity to have a happy, healthy, transparent relationship. Court is adjourned.